was a personal trainer at just like a 24-hour gig, and played college football. So that was my background there, and kind of some of the Olympic lifts and stuff like that, strength stuff. So that's where I got that. Some of my base down was from college football. And then basically just started as a personal trainer, and I knew there was something better out there. I just kind of got bored of the old routine, and upper body, lower body, chest and tries, back and bis and stuff. It's just still great. If people are out there doing that, that's awesome. Like, at least they're doing something. But I just knew deep down that there was something else out there that offered so much more. I'm super thankful. This is my job. This is my career, is to help people improve their quality of life, their fitness.
We're in Chico, California-ish. at the Ridge. It's the name of this lake.
The Ridge?
The Ridge.
Is it man-made?
It is man-made, yeah. I think it was dug in, I want to say 97. I'm not sure if that's true or not.
What does it do?
Pretty much it just sits here.
Yeah.
No, it's a water ski lake. So Marcus Brown, my boyfriend, is a professional water skier, and this is where he does his business.
Cool.
Yeah. I am sick of being in the gym. Flat out, I said it. I'm sick of being in the gym. Just think about going to work, right? You go to work 40 hours a week and you're sitting behind your desk, or you're pounding nails, or whatever you do. You love it, you really enjoy it, but do you look forward to it every single day? Probably not. And it's the same thing happens for athletes. We go into the gym day in and day out, and it gets old. And I'm so excited for the CrossFit Games in a week, but I'm also really excited to do what I do. I play, I go outside and I climb mountains, and I ski down mountains, and I play in the water, and I ride my mountain bike, and I go for run on trails, and I miss that. I miss that a lot.
Do you actually work out with this thing?
Yeah, I work out with this thing. Look at it, I put tape on there so I didn't hurt my hands. No, I'm just kidding, the tape was already there. Yeah, I think this is from, Marcus's dad was a football coach, like forever. And this is from like the 70s or something.
Wow.
It's new.
This is a legit thing.
I always say the hardest part is, waiting around for the after this weekend, then it's just gonna be waiting around for the competition to come. And that's always the hardest part. You're just ready for it to be here.
Yeah. Were you bummed last year?
Yeah, but of course. You put a lot of work into it, but honestly, it made me realize why I do it. You put all the work into it because it's fun.
Yeah.
And I want to do it. I didn't think I was gonna compete again for a few months after last year's competition. But then I just started getting back into it just because I wanted to. And then I got competitive because I wanted to. And so that after a few months, I was like, okay, let's start doing it again.
Yeah.
And so it put things in perspective, that's why I do it, because I like it and I want to.
Yeah.
So I think it helps take a little bit of the pressure off, God, these workouts I do are hard, and the regionals were freaking hard for me. And it's hard to have fun when you're doing that.
Yep.
Right? You're in a lot of pain, but I got to remember I'm doing it. I choose to do it. I like doing it, and when it's all over, I qualify or I don't, I had fun, and the journey was great.
Yeah.
It was 90 seconds, basically as hard as I could go.
All right. Just
3 times. What do you want to run?
If your hamstring is not feeling good, then both my hamstrings are not feeling good. Cool.
All right.
So if this feels like work, then what is the thing that motivates you to keep going?
Good question. And I say this over and over again, it probably gets old. It's fun. It's old to get in there, but it is fun when you have been trying to get a technique down and it clicks and you feel it, and it's an achievement, So that's why we put in the work. That's why I put in the work, is to go in there and feel the satisfaction of finally it paying off.
Oh, well, when we first moved in, I wanted some help to kind of put up our makeshift pull-up bars. And we got them in Wednesday, and it was the last workout of the Open, which was the thruster ladder, or the Fran ladder, I should say. And so we got the pull-ups in Wednesday. We saw the workout, and we're like, well, we're doing our first WOD over in the new place. So we grabbed all the mats that we needed, all the bars and bumper plates, and we put together, we already kind of put together kind of a pizza party afterwards with a few cold beverages. in the middle of the floor, we had no other mats, but it kind of turned into a dance party. So we were out here dancing and having a good time, and we kind of kicked some of the lights off. And, you know, it just goes to show you that CrossFit's so close as a family and a community that we feel comfortable just to dance in our workout clothes and just have a good time. And, you know, because we're so vulnerable in other areas when you come in and have to push and struggle and fight together. And, you know, sometimes you're coming in working on movements that you know you're really weak at and you're not, you know, you need to improve on, and it is vulnerable. And so there's areas where you really come close together as a family, and that was just one way we feel comfortable enough to let's just have a dance party.
People ask you, like, what's your biggest thing from this year training that you've learned, you've experienced? And I think for me this year, that the video of my epilepsy that came out, I'm epileptic, and it was hard to get that out for sure, and to let it be known in the CrossFit world that this is something I struggle with. But that was the biggest thing for the whole year. I mean, if I come dead last in the CrossFit Games, I feel like this season is a success for me, because I was able to rise above that nervousness or whatever you want to say, to get that anxiety, to get that out to everyone. And the response that I've gotten back from people is just absolutely overwhelming. You know, people coming to me that also have epilepsy, or their kids do, or their mom does, or they have MS, or they've had cancer, or whatever they've had to overcome. And that's touching, you know, that will make me cry. That's super touching.
Why is it like nerve-wracking to tell people that?
You don't want people to judge you or think, oh, poor her, you know, she's look what she's overcome. Like, everyone is overcoming something, you know. Like, I don't want somebody to have a pity party on me. At the same time, I don't want people to think, oh, it's kind of weird, like, that's kind of creepy, you know. Like, it's different. It's a different thing. So it's always, I don't know if I can explain it unless you have it and you know what that's like. It's a weird thing to let out.
So you're getting married?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so the everyday other stuff is planning a wedding.
Oh, wow.
So one month from, it's August 4th, so a couple weeks after the competition, I'll be getting married and then going to Italy and enjoying myself for a couple weeks.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sweet. Congratulations, man.
Thanks.
Yeah. How much does the CrossFit Games motivate, like, your training?
A ton, you know. I mean, you can't do this volume and intensity all year round. You just can't, you know, for mentally and physically you shouldn't. So, you know, the last 6 weeks, it's always kind of in the back of your head when you're in pain and doing something, you know. I mean, it's almost a little scary too, because I kill myself day in, day out. And what I tell myself is like, man, this is nothing compared to the games, you know. The games is gonna be way worse, and it's almost a little scary because, you know, like, you know how bad it's gonna feel, and you know, I try not to think like that. Obviously, I just try to think that I do it twice a day, every day, you know, and it's gonna be fine, you know. I'll get through it, you know. And I've done it the last 3 or 4 years in competition, so
yeah.
You know, whatever they throw at me, you know, heavy weights is my weakness. They keep going heavier and heavier, and somehow I keep getting through it. I don't know how, but
I kept the medal in the car so I can see it every day.
Just a reminder.
Yeah. No, it's pretty cool. I know there was WOD 4 like about 20 minutes before I was actually getting ready to sign in and line up into the stalls where they bring us out. My wife comes back there to the athlete staging area, and she was looking at me and she's like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "No, I'm so stressed out." So we literally like walked outside, and we had a little chat, you know, said a little prayer, and you know, it helped. She helped me just kind of relax and just focus on, you know, not being stressed. Like, don't do it for anybody else. Like, you know, don't put the stress of the gym or the family, or, you know, just try to perform for one person. That's our, you know, our Lord and Savior. Like, put him on display.
Yeah.
And it helped so much, and ended up taking second in that WOD up there. So
sweet.
Yeah, now we're getting some coffee.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you guys?
Good.
We were gonna get some coffee.
Okay, do you want your caramel iced Americano?
No caramel. We don't have caramel in here. No. Yeah, I'll take the Sasha special.
Okay.
Did you just get busted right there?
Yeah, I just got caught.
Wait, so what's going on?
We're just hanging out Thursday night, watch a little TV.
Get your ass there.
Watching
Let's
update
talk
show.
about
Yeah,
what you can
Pat.
expect. Full access
me.
tickets are
Who's where are you?
sold out. That
That's
means
you
the
right there, that's your
tennis stadium
back.
filled
There
to
I am.
capacity
That's my
with
back.
10,000
You get to see yourself
lunatic
every
CrossFit
update show.
fans
You know,
cheering,
it's weird,
partying,
a little weird.
watching
A little
the events
weird.
on the 50-foot jumbotron.
I was really tired in that workout, I remember that.
Yeah.
You know, like when you're in a
Pat thinks you're looking at him, but really you're looking at
you've got a
your
group
sports
of people,
bra.
maybe 2,
Really?
3, 5
Yeah.
around
Yeah.
this person screaming, shouting. Think about 10,000, man,
I
just
just wanna take
reverberating
that.
the stadium. You can't even hear it. It's getting better and better. So here we
don't
are,
like the bow
2
tie?
years after
I
the
like
Home
it, I
Depot
just wanna
Center tennis
think.
stadium becomes our venue. Home Depot
I
Center
love
we're
watching
talking
this
about.
show,
This is
but I
home to
just
the
always
Summer
feel like
X
they're
Games for
talking
many
behind my
years.
back.
This is legit.
Every week.
And, of course, the competition, we talked about it all season. We know that it's going to be amazing. But the cool thing about